program has assisted 81 individual projects. Applications and the disbursement of funds is done by the Main Street Design Committee. The city has contributed $50,000 of local option sales tax funds to the program in March of 2018. The purpose of the program is to encourage architectural restoration and improvements to commercial facades. Applications can receive up to 50% of the costs for the first $15,000 spent on the facade improvement project. Max award to one building is $15,000, and a business may only apply once every 3 years. Attached is a letter from Mary Reynolds requesting additional funding, as well as some examples of the past and future projects supplied separately. The program has been very beneficial to many property owners and should be continued. The financial impact: the program has been funded in the past by local option sales tax funds. However, if a contribution is approved, it would come from economic development funds. Questions for Mary?
What I have prepared for you in the first packet that says City of Lamar's Facade Grant Program are the projects that we funded with the monies you gave us in March of 2018. And we're out of money. In fact, I spent a little extra, but $1,239.95. I kind of forgot to list one. But I'm hoping one of the 3 projects that haven't turned in their bills will come in a little under budget, and that does happen. So.
And are those all under construction, going to get done this year?
Bling and Fashion has just been completed, and if you haven't seen it, it's a wonderful new entryway, double entry.
Yeah.
The bathhouse, they are working on that currently. And Kevin Richards, it was for the brewery, and he just stopped in yesterday, so the facade part is done.
Okay.
So please take a look at those, but bathhouse is still in the works. And then if you'll look at the second packet I supplied you, those are businesses that have asked for money now, but we have no money, so I wanted you to be able to see, what those buildings look like, what they plan to do. Sunshine Foods, where they existed, they'll be moving, that was announced today, to the old close to the home mall, but the Browns will be using that as an entrance gift shop, and they will be putting in a lot more restaurants in the rear. They have 1 unit on the 2nd floor, they're going to put 2. Of course, interior is not part of our grant, but as you can see by the windows, that building needs a lot of love. The second one would be the old pantry cafe that we would think of. They want to remove the awning that has been there for years and the sign on the corner. And they have no real historic value, so we really don't have a problem with that. As you know, Falmers removed theirs, First Family Dental removed their overhang. They have redone the remodeling on the inside on their own. It is going to be a Mexican restaurant. That family has a good history. They own one in North Sioux City and they own one in California. And the Riconta patio, they want to do the front exterior and make it brick so it looks better next to the habitué buildings that they have redone. So Ignacio Cobian owns those buildings, but this young lady, Elizabeth, I forgot her last name, I'm sorry, she is very eager and wants to do that. She will open a Mexican restaurant and Mexican grocery store in due time, where Riconta patio was, but for the time being they're going to use it as a party room to complement their Mexican restaurant. If you go to the next one, Linda has problems with the windows and the door with extreme air leakage. She was part of the CDBG, and you can see the beautiful work that was uncovered on her building, but she does need windows. Bamboo Village was the next project, and this is this would be a good one for us because they would remove the shingles, uncover the brick that is behind it. We have pictures of it. 2 windows on the 2nd floor. They want to have an overhang, so we're talking about maybe an awning. And then there is stucco work on the side towards Bike Central. So those would be the projects there, not to remove the stucco, but to repair that. They have used glue and pushed the stucco back on with glue. And that's not a good thing, so we want to help them as well. They would remove the wood on the first floor, and that would look much better down there with the parlor and the other buildings that are in that area. And that is Peter and Lynn Wynn. And the last picture that you have was the former police department. It is now the turnaround, and I don't have a CDBG picture. We know that there are glass windows in there now. But the project they want to do is remove that metal, that green metal. I always thought it was tile, but it's kind of a metal. So they would like to remove that and uncover it and have brick. And Sam Rasmussen and her husband are very dedicated to wanting that building to look nice since it's next to the parlor. So the parlor has spurred some of these projects for us. So those would be the first projects. They have to fill out the grant, they have to be approved by design, but we have that many buildings wanting to improve. And as you know, when you look at this list that I'm sure Jason, did you supply them with this list?
I have it.
Yeah, look how many buildings we have done. 2008 I came on board, tons. So we have changed the complexion, the decor, the look of our downtown, and I hope that you will support more facade funding. I mean, we're gonna reach a point where there isn't anything really probably left to do, you know, it would be always minor stuff then, but we have touched so many buildings, and our downtown continues to improve in its look. So I would ask the city council to please consider $50,000 to help us with these projects.
Sir, I want to go back to that Dusty lady, or, yeah, the Dusty lady one.
Quite a change there.
Say what?
Quite a change to that building.
Is it finished?
Yeah, it's done. They just don't have a renter. They're very particular, two gentlemen, Paul Ellenzone and Devin Cruz. They want a restaurant on the first floor. They haven't found what they want, and they're not gonna rent until they find what they want. They've owned it now probably going on to 2 years here near the end of this year.
I'm asking a question.
Yeah, yeah, they just can't find who they want to rent it, and they're not gonna rent to just anybody.
But it's usable, it's doable and really.
It's beautiful. You'd think you were in Chicago or New York, inside that building if you haven't been in it.
We're in Lamar's.
What?
We're in Lamar's.
No,
Anyway, thanks for answering, because I was always wondering what's holding that up.
So this laboon is on here 2 or 3 times in the last 3-4 years. But I thought we had to wait every 3 years. Is it because he didn't ask for enough money?
He had different owners, or no, that wasn't different owners. What did he come in with? One was second floor windows, and yeah, he shouldn't have gotten that, so that's a
I'm
good
just
point.
I'm just
He needed to
asking
wait
a
3
question.
years, but yeah,
Well, he's got one in FY15, he had one in FY18.
yeah, I see that.
Well, that's 3 years.
Oh, good for me. It is 3 years. Yay. Thank you, Jason. I know I love you for a reason.
Okay.
Well, my question is on the Dusty Lady, is I was under the impression that was being kept as a private facility.
No, they're open to, we've looked at multiple people to put in there. I work with them. I like them.
Okay,
They were
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
about that.
I didn't, say you didn't need to like them or not, I just asked a question, I was told that it was
Yeah.
gonna be a private club.
They looked at a lot of different options, and I think Ellenzone did mention that.
That was quite a while ago.
And if it's gonna be private, then I'm not in favor of it at all.
Well, they're done, so it's over with.
Well, they're not, cause they ain't got somebody in there.
That's their choice.
The monies have already been allocated and spent, so.
That building was in terrible disrepair. If you don't remember, you had barricades out front because the front had pulled away
Yeah,
from
I'm very aware.
I'm well aware of that.
So we think these ones on your future 5-6 pages, the city's share would be 50? Is that what you're saying?
We don't know, there's no bids on anything. We could
We
help
don't
as
have
many
any
as we
bids out.
could.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And you gave us 50 for that year plus, and
Okay.
was grateful. So
Yeah.
we will only be able to help as many as we can help, but those are the projects that are out there at this
And
very
it's still
time.
subject to the 15 grand limit, 50%?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All the rules still stay the same, it's just,
Mhm.
these are the ones that have approached you since you ran out of money, basically.
Yeah.
I make a motion to approve the proposed use of economic development funds for the Main Street facade program in the amount of $50,000. Second to the motion.
Motion made and seconded to approve the proposed use of economic development funds for the Main Street Facade Program in the amount of $50,000. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mary.
We'll use it wisely, so I appreciate it. Then I'm to come back in 2 weeks again, so you can have comments from people on the prior issue, correct? And I will send you all that stuff to your personal emails this afternoon, so call me if you have any questions. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much, Mary. Okay, moving on to the next action item is the 2019 Prospect Street Storm Water, Prospect Street Southwest Storm Sewer Project to award the contract. Council set this as a date to consider the bids received for the 2019 Prospect Street Southwest Storm Sewer Project. Bids were received and opened Friday, July 26, 2019 at 10 a.m. Attached are the bids that were received. I think you've all had an opportunity to look at those, haven't you? The proposed schedule is to begin construction August 26, 2019, and end construction September 24th, 2019. The administration recommends the awarding of the project to the low bidder. The financial impact, the project will be funded by the Storm Sewer Fund and reimbursed by TIF. The estimate is $285,000. And as you can see on the bids, I believe it was Brainbridge, Kingsley was the lowest bid, am I right on that?
Yeah,
Jason?
only $3,000 above engineer's estimate.
Yeah, yeah. They give you a $288,154. The one from South Sioux came in at $309,294. And the Holstein Excavating, Edgerton, Minnesota, came in at $357,680. Entertain a motion to,
Well, can I ask a
or if you got a question?
Yeah, I'm just on the, line number 1, because this is a unit price contract. It's not, it's total, but it's based on units, right? So I got $36 for line 1, $11 for line 1, and $39 for line 1. How can it be that much difference? And what's the potential of us not doing $750 and having $1,000?
It probably depends, Rex, on where they could get that dirt from and how far they had to haul.
Okay.
Just, I'm guessing.
So, but the $750 is, at least in the engineer's estimate and your idea, a pretty good number. I mean, we're not gonna be off 20% on that, are we?
You're talking about the estimate quantity, the
750,
cubic yards?
yeah.
Yeah, that should have been figured by.
Should have been just calculated by a chart, length and width.
Well, it's looking at the ditch that's there and how
Yeah.
much space the pipe's gonna take up and how much.
Because,
more dirt
because
and-
some of these feet are always off down here, and that's what I'm wondering if the bottom number is really that, those numbers, but just thought I'd ask. Looks kinda weird. Okay. Thank you.
And we
Any
don't,
questions?
the most recent, instance where Bainbridge would have been in Lamar's, I don't believe the city of Lamar's has ever hired them. But Steve Schuster's Dogwood Second Edition, they did the paving for that project.
I don't ever remember all that.
Any other questions? If not, I'd entertain a motion.
I make a motion adopting resolution number 1924, awarding the contract for the 2019 Prospect Street Southwest Storm Sewer Project to Bainbridge Construction of Kingsley in the amount of $288,154.
Is there a second?
So moved.
Motion made and second, adopting resolution number 19-24, awarding the contract to the 2019 Prospect Street Southwest Storm Sewer Project to Bainbridge Construction of Kingsley, Iowa, in the amount of $288,154. Do we have a roll call on that?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, the The next item on the agenda, and the action item, is the street department position. During the budget process, it was determined that once the budget was complete, departments could bring in requests for adding personnel forward for further review. The Public Works Committee met on Thursday, August 1st, regarding a street department position. The Public Works Committee is recommending adding an employee to the street department. The financial impact of this program would be the fiscal year of 20 budget includes a salary and benefits of $72,500 for an added employee. Questions?
Motion authorizing staff to proceed with advertising, interviewing, and adding an employee to the street department.
Second.
Motion made second, authorizing the staff to proceed with advertising, interviewing, and adding an employee to the street department. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, moving on to the number 6, which is a funding request, Northwest Iowa National College Invitational and College Amateur Golf Tournament is going to be coming to Lamar's. And I've asked Nancy Toma to please be here today to explain and fill us in a little bit more. I know you did a good job with Jason and I the other day, and I think we need to fill the council in as to what you're doing and the reasons why, and I think it's a great asset for to be honest with us. So.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Thanks for the opportunity today. Dan Gray and I moved back to Lamar's last August, and we barely closed the doors on the moving truck. Excuse me, I live at 1943 4th Avenue Southeast. We barely closed the doors on the moving truck when Dan was talking to the people at Willow Creek, the Schultz family, about doing a golf tournament. He's run about 50 college golf tournaments when he lived in the state of Texas, and he wanted to do one here. Willow Creek is amazingly wonderful golf course, 27 holes in our community. We all appreciate it. You have a one-pager that talks a little bit about what we're doing. It's really 2 tournaments. We're on Sunday, September 15th. We will be hosting a college AM golf tournament. College players from 20 teams, men and women, college players will be here in Lamar's the 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th. Many of them from long distances. They'll be arriving on the 14th. And they'll be playing in the college AM with local teams of 4. And then on the following Monday and Tuesday, they'll be playing a competitive college tournament. We have 36 holes that they'll be playing in tournament play on Monday and 18 holes on Tuesday morning, with the tournament finishing up Tuesday afternoon. The beneficiary of the College AM will be the new 501c3 we started, Junior Golf in Northwest Iowa. Al Padawam is here with me today too. Between Dan Gray and myself and Al, we've started that 501c3, and we're seeking sponsorships for this tournament, and the beneficiary will be Junior Golf. We have a lot of plans in mind for that. The field for the college tournament includes NAIA schools, many of them in the top 25 nationally ranked. We have teams coming from Arizona, Texas, Iowa, Missouri, Oklahoma, Nebraska, and it'll be a great field. We have many of the college players in the United States are from foreign countries. So those 100 players and their 20-some coaches that will be here, they will also have friends and family and parents here to attend the tournament with them. We hope to, we're seeking some financial support today, and that would be so that we can have some takeaways for all of these visitors who are first-timers to Lamar's to take back with them. We would like them to have a golf shirt to wear and to wear again back at home. We want to promote this as the inaugural of an annual tournament held every year. We'd like to have a divot repair tool with a logo on it. We want to give them a reusable cloth bag. We can have City of Lamar's on that. We can, so that college students can carry them around campus with them. And we also want to dress up the golf course a little bit to make this the event that we envision, with personalized for the event flags for every one of the green tees, the green flags, and those can be taken down and reused year after year. And we'll have a couple extra made because the two college teams that win the tournament, the men and the women's, we want them to take them home and put them in their trophy case. So we're working on quite a number of things right now, including fundraising, and we have local sponsorships, private businesses and individuals who are have provided us sponsorships so that we can cover the expenses of the tournament. There will be entry fees for the college teams. And we really hope to create a relationship between these coaches and players with Lamar's that will last long after they've graduated from college. In fact, we are seeking, and we have already secured a number of host homes, families in Lamar's that are willing to host a team and their coach, or part of a team and the coach in their homes during the time that they're here. And we think that's going to be great. We have about 80 players and coaches that want to stay with families in Lamar, so I think we'll create a very much of a lifetime relationship with our city. So we'd like to request funding, and any additional ideas you have or comments or questions you have, I'd be happy to answer them. Funding to get the Lamar's name brand and the ice cream capital of the world in Willow Creek and our tournament out there to take home and to remind players to come back next year.
Questions from Nancy? I think this is a great opportunity for the city of Lamar once again to.
What kind of funding are you after?
We have put together an estimate with Jason's help and the mayor's help too. I think we could do, and $8,000 would go an awful long way to create a really nice gift bag for each of the college players and their coaches. If we have anything that we can use for all of the players in the college, and we're using some of the donated monies from sponsorships to pay for those things, but we particularly think that $8,000 would go a long way to getting our 200 some visitors to the city pretty familiar with who we are. One of the things we want to do is have the teams register downtown for the tournament as they come into town, and give them materials from the visitors and Convention Visitors Bureau, and make sure they know where the ice cream parlor is and that kind of thing.
Bev, do we have hotel, motel dollars to accommodate it?
We